Yo, people, what you saying, man? It's the day before the big battle. Manchester United versus Arsenal, and who better to get on for the match preview than Brother Man Faz? What you saying, man?
Um, bro, I don't know why you're saying it's a big battle. Battle of what? There ain't no battle, G. This is just a exhibition.
Exhibition, nah, man.
Exhibition
Look.
match.
I think obviously, you're not really fighting for much. So I
Nah,
hear it. You're
nothing.
you're fighting you're fighting to get into the top half of the table.
Fighting for dignity, bro. Fighting for dignity, not fighting for honor.
Yeah, but we're fighting for the hope that if we win, Liverpool will start losing. So, that's a
It's a
semi.
long climb, bro, and it's a crazy climb as well. If that
But
happens, I think if that happens, they just have to make a movie out of this season, an
yeah,
absolute movie out of it. It's just so the odds are just so crazy now.
yeah, and I would have to star in the movie because I would be the only one that believed that it would happen. So
So you gave up. You gave up. Don't forget, you gave up.
no, 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 no,
You
no, no.
said, "Oh,
I didn't.
Liverpool, congratulations."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I congratulated them because obviously it's looking likely. You know what I mean? Even I can't deny
Mm,
probability in it. You can't argue with math in it. Math is math. Yeah. But there's a bit of belief that we'll do something. And I see this as a battle because it's Arsenal versus Manchester United.
mm,
When has it not been about, at least since I've been alive? When has it
mm.
not been a battle? Like we
Yeah,
could
yeah,
both we can both be shit, something still kicks off. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because that's the rivalry. It's gone back so far that whenever we play, it doesn't really matter where we are. It doesn't really matter what we're fighting for. It doesn't even matter if it's FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, Europa League, uh, Emirates Cup. It could be any competition. Arsenal versus Manchester United is fire and flames. And that's how we love it. I'll be real. We're your biggest rivals.
I don't think the Man United fans are gonna be up for it anymore. I think they've had enough. I really
Okay.
think they've had enough of the team because the way the stadium is silent nowadays, I don't think. Yeah, I genuinely don't think us as fans are up for it. We don't see nothing in the team to be get behind anymore. And even our manager said, stop asking the fans to get behind the players. The players have to get behind the fans. Do you know what I mean?
How do you feel about that? Like, obviously now for the remainder of the season, going into
Mm,
games, I'm not saying that your your manager sounds defeated, but he's
mm,
kind of like he's basically stating harsh truths
mm.
about the team and trying to kind of get the Manchester United fan base to kind of move into reality and kind of accept that there's gonna be no magic display. There's gonna be no click of the finger and you're back to what you know. Like, how does that feel as a fan, especially going into a big game like this?
That's just what we've become. Yesterday I took time to watch a documentary on Manchester United and how the history of how the ownerships run the club actually from behind the scenes, from the financial side, and you just feel like sorry for any manager that comes into Manchester United and has to deal with these people and deal with these players and the structure of the club. I think it's just become like an acceptance. Nobody can sit here and confidently say we should uphold our standards when we don't have any at the moment. It's just crumbled and you've got to rebuild. Like, Ipswich games, Leicester game, all these games, yeah, Fulham game, all of these games. The away fans are so up for a nice day out of seeing their team play good football and possibly score loads of goals against Man United. We just somehow get jammy goals, but even then, yeah, when we get our goals, it's not really like celebrating. Every person next to me in the stadium is like, bro, it's here we go again, another evening or another afternoon of just shit show, and somehow we scam a goal. The life has been sucked out of football, plain and simple, and I regularly see faces that I'm not used to seeing in the stadium. So it's the season ticket holders, the diehard fans. They've had enough, bro, because it's really it's easier for someone to go for a one-off game and how, oh, okay, I've been to watch Man United. But for someone to go regularly, it's draining, bro. It's really, really draining. And I've become very detached to Manchester United. I've never been this detached in my life.
I, I I was about to say because I'm looking at you now and I'm like, raw, this is not the fans that I see
Yeah.
on you. This is not the fans that I see hugging and cheering and jumping about when you
Mhm.
knocked Arsenal out the FA Cup. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
has
yeah.
it has it actually has the reality fully sunk in?
Yeah,
Like,
because getting out the FA Cup has really like hit home because I was expecting Manchester United to at least get to a final in the FA Cup or semi-final. I thought we'd be able to do something in the semi-final or final, but the fact that we got kicked out in the penalties, it just really hurt me, really really hurt me, and we don't look like we want to win any game. Honestly, the team doesn't look like or play like we want to win any game. We're so defensive. It's nasty defensive. It's the best way to put it. It's just I don't even know what we're defending at this point. We might as well let the team score and at least try and score a couple goals. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to lose a game 4-3, for example, instead of
yeah.
losing a game 1-0 or 3-1. It's just bad. It's really, really bad. I'd like to see the team, in boxing, you see a fighter go down fighting and you respect that. You say, I respect that. He put his art out. Man United are not doing that. But then against big teams, the data is there. We do turn up against big teams. It's just a one day or the month if we have a big game where we turn up. That's just the way I can say it, really.
Does that make it more annoying? The fact that like whenever you see your team go up against big teams, you kind of see what you want to see against them, but then you go to the teams that you expect to beat, or I mean Manchester United should be beaten, and it just crumbles. Like, is that more annoying?
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. It's weird how the big games we end up getting a result, but the games that we are supposed to win, we look like we're crumbling, and that's what the manager said as well. It's a mentality thing. Players get up for it, they get motivated for one odd day, but the other ones they don't. And that's why we're so horrible in the league. The league is doggy dog, man. Every weekend you have to turn up, and that's what Arsenal have been doing. That's why they're so high up in the table, and they got so close last season, for example. And unfortunate for them, you guys have lost some crucial games that showed the lack of depth in your kind of resilience, because it's not quality. Yeah, you need a striker. Yeah, a couple players are needed, but it's mentality really, because City have done it without a striker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so we just done it now. And if you're a athlete as well in the club, you're looking at how things are going on. You're gonna say, bro, you know what? I'm done, bro. I'm done. See you later, mate. I don't care about crossing the ball to Rasmus Højlund. I don't care about passing the ball to such a guy. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what's crazy though? Like, because okay, ignoring this game, so let's just chalk this game off.
Mm,
You have 10 games left in the season after
mm.
this, yeah. You're actually only 10 points off of European football. Like,
But it's
it's
a
not
lot.
even, I mean, it is and it isn't. Like, 3 wins on the bounce. So, I mean, Manchester struggle with that. But if let's just say, for example, after the Arsenal game, your next
Mm,
3 games, you went back to back to back. Your position looks entirely different to what it is
mm,
now. And I mean, to go back to what your manager said about the fans shouldn't get behind the players, the players should get behind the fans. I kind of disagree because I obviously I don't go to every Arsenal game, but I've
mm,
been to a few Arsenal games across the years, and the one thing that I see evident on the pitch, and I notice it more when I'm at the ground, is when the fans are loud and there's energy and they're chanting and they're making noise. Not only does it make it uncomfortable for the other team, it gives the players on the pitch a boost.
mm,
And I can only imagine that a lot of the Manchester United players probably know that they're not playing at the level that they should be playing at. But when you're down, you need that lift. Like, you need something to pick you up. You need to feel like there's a massive feel good factor
mm,
in sports. Like, it exists. So I would say, and obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I don't have any right to say this about Manchester United, but I feel like the fans should get behind the players, and especially in the home games, like make Old Trafford that like fortress, or at least try to make it that fortress that it used to be. Because yeah, it's looking peak one way, but there's a silver lining. You're actually not that far away.
mm,
So a few positive results. It changes the mood in the camp. It gives everyone a bit of belief, and you can actually finish the season strong. I believe, like the likes of Forest, Brentford, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, like Fulham. Like I feel like these teams are gonna start leveling out. Like I feel like they had a really good like early part of the season all the way up to now, but I feel
mm,
like they'll start leveling out and they'll start dropping points here and there.
mm,
And let's just say you have matches where you're going up against those that are above you.
mm,
If you win those games, they're effectively 6 pointers.
mm.
So, but hey, I'm known as the super optimistic, always looking up to the stars at night type of guy. But
Mm.
I don't think you're dead and buried. Like you're not an Everton, you're not a Wolves, like you're Manchester United. like
But yeah, but it's all in the name now. I don't even think we can be 10th, bro. I'll be deadly honest. I really don't think any team that comes and play against us, weirdly, teams come and play against us and they play the better football, but we end up scoring the goals, which is just absurd in itself. Very, very absurd. You look at Sociedad game, they played the better football and we ended up getting a jammy goal. Well, not a jammy goal actually. We ended up getting one goal, but we could have got more goals out of that game. But they also could have got more goals out of the game. It just doesn't make sense how the team is performing, and this is going to affect the players. Arsenal are going to be on a massive high after scoring 7 goals against PSV away. They're going to be on a huge high. Do you know what I mean?
but,
So
but you're gonna play
their
different.
fans, your fans, and your players are going to be more up for it than ours. Let's be honest. We just come off a draw.
Yeah, but I mean, Arsenal Manchester United is a game where I believe form doesn't matter.
Mm,
I don't. I personally, I believe it's just like I view it the same way I view like playing against Tottenham. Like it's the only other rivalry I can kind of compare. Like form
mm,
doesn't matter. Form goes out the door. I could be on 3 losses. I know the players get into that game, they're ready for it. They're up for it. And I feel like the Manchester United game is the same. Like I don't think form actually matters. I know like the last 2 times we've gone to Old Trafford in the Premier League, we've won. But before that, it wasn't so it's not an easy place for us to go to. Like it really isn't an easy place for us to go to. So I feel like you lot can use that to your strength. And you do have players that even though across maybe a 38 game season are not at the level you want them to be, they do have moments in them where they can
mm,
change games. One
mm,
of them is Bruno. I don't care what anybody says. I troll him. I say, grenade football, rocket launcher, just hitting and hoping all the time. But one of those hit and hopes will eventually go in. Like
mm.
he's definitely a difference maker in games like this. So how would you see you winning this game?
Bro, I just don't know, bro. I'll be deadly honest. I honestly don't know. Probably a mad header from a corner kick. That's it. We don't have no Martial. We don't have no Ahmad, no Kobe Mino. I just feel like a corner kick, bro. A scammy corner kick, maybe a penalty, maybe a free kick. No way we're scoring from open play.
No way.
No way we're scoring from open play, bro. There is no chance in hell we score from open play. Do you know what I'm saying? No way. No
Wow.
way. No way. We scored one open play. We don't even score in the first half, let alone score from open play. So first half, do what you want to do, bro. Try and score at least 2 goals in the first half. Wrap the game up, bro. Actually, do that for me. That would be great. Score about 2 or 3 goals in the first half, so I can get off home, bro. I can get off home at half time. I skip the traffic.
I can't believe that. I
Now
can't
we're
that
done, bro. We're finished. Honestly, we're finished. We'll turn up tomorrow because it's Arsenal, but on a level, we're finished, bro. We're not gonna go toe to toe with Arsenal. It's just cup game is a knockout. You know what I'm saying? It's a knockout
yeah,
game. Yo, give it all you got.
yeah.
Give it all you got. One game. Do you know? every cup game, every knockout stage is like a final, isn't it? Really and truly. Then you go again.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. That's exactly what it was, bro. And it was like penalties as well. Let's be honest. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It
So
was good.
it's not gonna
It
be
went.
that now. Now it's gonna be, yo, what you really made of, man. Let's see what you can figure out, because players don't mind getting a draw. Man United players won't mind getting a draw. To them, they'll be like, yo, got a draw, mate, against Arsenal. Let's have it. That'll be mad, innit?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I believe this is the worst that you're gonna get.
Yeah,
I
yeah, cycle of life. Actually,
Yeah,
funnily enough, you
yeah,
say that it's the cycle of life. Yep, it's the
yeah,
cycle of life. You saw Chelsea be in similar position. You've been
yeah,
in similar position. It's the cycle of life. It's the cycle
yeah.
of life. So yeah, I hear it. I get it.
So
Um,
I think you're
yeah,
gonna next season. Obviously there's a lot of caveats, right? Like
mm.
does Amorim stay? That's one caveat. Does he do the ball like owners? Do they keep him in?
They
Like
can't
do
afford
they?
to sack him.
There's probably that, but there's do the owners keep him? B, does
Mm,
he stay? Because he could walk. Like I wouldn't rule it out. Like he does seem like a guy that gets very annoyed when people can't just play football. That's To me, that's what seems has annoyed him the most. That he's come
mm,
in and he like these players actually don't know how to play football.
mm,
But that's one caveat. The other caveat is, do you make the right type of moves in the summer? That's another caveat. But
mm,
I do believe this is the worst we're going to see Manchester United for a very long time. So I personally would like to take advantage of that because I remember back in the day, whenever I was in the darkness, you guys would always take advantage of it, like 8-2. Like
mm.
I still want revenge for that. I would if I could get an 8-2 type type
Liverpool
set.
got 7-0. You know what I'm saying?
See that I need that. Do you know what? Yeah, just out of curiosity, yeah. Do you think if Arsenal, yeah, did like an 8-2 type setting in the game tomorrow, do you think
I'm storming the pitch because that's the only way they will stop me from going to Old Trafford, bro. I have to get banned because I'm a nitty, bro. I'm not giving up my season ticket. I'm an addict. I'm not giving up my season ticket. So the only other option is for me to storm the pitch, bro, and just start swinging. G. That's the only way. That is the only way, bro.
do you think the fan base would do you think the fan base would be like, nah, that Amorim out? Like, do you think that's a type of
Yeah,
tactic thing that
yeah,
could
yeah, yeah,
you think
yeah,
it could?
yeah.
Okay.
100%,
All
hundred
right,
percent,
cool.
100%. They'd be like, yo, we're done with my man. Um, Buck always stops. All roads lead to the dugout. Buck always stops with the manager. So yeah, they'd be done without shadow of a doubt.
All right, cool. So all right, so going into the game, regardless of like whatever you think about the game, what would you how would you like to see um Amorim set up in the game tomorrow, like in terms of players?
How would I like to see? I mean, what do we have available, bro? We're eating scraps. We got scraps, man. You know, like fish and chips. You got scraps, man. We got scraps. Beggars can't be choosers, bro. Just be happy. You know, bro. We're like the Bear Grylls of football, bro. Eating maggots, eating cockroaches and maggots. That's what we are, G. Maggots FC. Maggot Maggie. Maggot Maguire. Maggot Dallo.
Oh,
Maggot Delict. That's what we've become, bro. Honestly, that is what
damn.
we've become. Start off with Delict, Euro, Mazarawi. Play Euro on the left side because he's a bit more progressive. Bruno Casemiro, I think that works. I like that when I saw that last game. Dallo and Dogu's not available, innit? Because he's got a suspension.
Yeah, he's suspended.
Flipping hell, mate.
Would you go Mazraoui, left wing back?
Yeah, no, Dallo left wing back. No, I'd
Mazraoui.
play Mazarawi, but the manager's gonna play Dallo left wing back, Mazarawi right wing back, and then play Maguire, Delict, and Euro, Ganacho, Xerxes, and Rasmus. That's it. That's all we got left, anyways. That's
Yeah,
literally what we have left. But
yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Ericsson start over Ganacho. You know, in the first half, I really wouldn't mind. I would
yeah,
not mind at all, man. Ericsson is he's smart, high IQ footballer. He don't need to run all the time, especially when he's playing further up on the pitch. And you got Casemiro and Bruno behind him. So I wouldn't mind seeing Ericsson and Xerxes start. Um, I
More
wouldn't
of a
mind.
creator as well.
Sorry.
Actually, he's more of a creator as well.
Yeah, yeah, he can
So
create with both feet as well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all, bro. I wouldn't mind that at all.
I would
What
expect
about what
Arsenal.
about you guys?
I would expect us to go the exact same lineup that we went against PSV. I would be
Mm,
very surprised and shocked if we changed anything.
changed
So like,
anything? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like maybe the only change you might see is maybe he puts Ben White in at right back just to give
Mm,
Timber a bit of a rest. And then he
mm,
may just choose to start Timber again for PSV. But then he may even do it the other way around. He may
mm,
go, okay, Timber, you play against United, and then Ben White, you start against PSV. But
mm,
outside of that, I expect to see the same. So like Raya in goal, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly, left back, obviously Partey, Rice, midfield
mm,
with
mm.
Odegaard, and then Wanyeri, Moreno, and Trossard on the left. We haven't got any new like people coming back. Martinelli's still out, Saka's still out, so I expect us to go with that. And like obviously, I said it yesterday, and I've been consistent with like my prediction throughout the whole week. Whenever I've been asked, I believe it's going to be 2-0. But yeah, we can wrap up. What do you think the score is going to be? Um,
I said 2-1 yesterday, and I'm just going with that delusional belief that somehow it can be 2-1. Like a mistake from an Arsenal player leads to the second goal for Man United, and we end up winning that game. That's just what I feel like. I think if you're gonna score first anyways, but if we get a goal in that game, I think the crowd will actually get behind the team. Do you know what I'm saying? That's when the crowd will give us a goal, and the crowd can get behind the team, and then we can go and get the second goal.
okay. Well, to leave you with this, yeah, all I'm gonna say is,
Mm.
yeah, I've seen a very, very defeated fans today. So I
Oh,
don't. If you end up winning, I don't want to see no notifications on my phone. I don't want to see no phone calls, no videos, no mentioning me, none of that. I want you to hold that, yeah, and just keep it stepping and be
yeah.
a
To be
bit.
fair, even if we win, it don't make any difference, bro. We just making sure you don't win the league. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So
You making sure we don't win the league for Liverpool to win it sounds
yeah,
mad from a
it
Manchester
is.
United.
It is sounds mad. Yeah, pick your poison.
Yeah, pick your poison. That's fully what it is. But look, thanks for coming through, bro.
Always, always, man.
All the people that are watching, make sure you're heading over to Faz's channel and showing him some love, subscribing, and all of that good stuff. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoys Super Sunday tomorrow. Catch you next time. Peace.